Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Hangout. This is our first live uh, broadcast. I am just a brown girl, and I'm here with my trusty sidekick.
Angie?
You introduce yourself?
Oh, I thought you were going to introduce me. I'm like, did you forget my name? Angie. Hi, I'm Angie.
so, um, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I am a creative introvert. I'm in my head so much. I have all these things that I want to do. And, there's an adage of you can, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I've decided it's really important to, let the world in on, what I have planned for it, and, and to let people help if they can. Um, yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing this. Why are you doing this, Angie?
I guess I like to talk and share my opinions. And you asked me to do it, and I said yes.
Wait a minute. I asked you to do it?
Yeah, yeah. You asked me to do the podcast, and I said yes.
Well, this is the second episode, if we're being full disclosure, and I'm going to be futzing with this thingy until I feel like I got it right.
Okay.
Um, this is our second episode. The first one we didn't air, or did we?
I thought we
Angie,
did.
didn't you say you saw comments on it?
Yeah, I thought we were getting comments on it when we were suddenly started talking about football and salaries and salary caps.
Oh, I didn't notice that. But I thought it was private because I wanted us to just practice.
Hmm.
And so this is our second one, and we're just gonna go for it and figure shit out as we go along. Oh, very important. What are you drinking?
Um, Ginger ale, Bacardi rum,
Ooh,
and a splash of Paloma bitters.
Paloma bitters.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that
I don't
entail?
know.
What's a Paloma?
It's well, I don't have a name for the drink, but I drink, drink at happy hour, but also, I'll have a drink or two when I get home, maybe three, and I've been wanting to experiment and actually make myself a good cocktail other than just doing mixers. So I, started looking up some recipes, and a lot of them, all of them, call for bitters. I've
Mm-hmm.
never used bitters, and I know mixologists and bartenders, they use bitters. So
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to invest, and I'm pretty sure she pointed me in the right direction, and I picked up bitters, even though the little sign in Total Wine didn't say bitters. But where she pointed is where I went, and I decided to buy Paloma bitters. So it doesn't have alcohol in it. I think it's just the flavor, but you add your own alcohol.
So what flavor is the Paloma?
Crap, I don't know.
Okay.
It just I've had a Paloma before at a bar. So it was either that or a Moscow Mule, and I just decided, oh, let me get the Paloma. Oh no, wait, did I get the
So you
Moscow?
don't know you don't know, is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable?
It's a fruit. I hope
Okay. And its cousin is a cherry, a strawberry,
something tart. I
pineapple,
would say something tart,
like a lemon.
like a lime, yeah, like a lemon lime. Yeah, something tart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can can we pause for a second? Do you have a radio or something playing?
Oh, can you hear it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't be
Okay,
sorry.
just
It's
turned her
fine.
down. Okay,
Okay.
is that better?
Thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. I'm looking at us on YouTube, and we're mostly in sync. We're not stuttery like we see each other, so it's good. Okay, it's very, very good. All right.
Okay.
Um, well, I am drinking a what did I call this before? This is a semi sangria. Can we see that? This is a semi
Hmm.
sangria,
What's
which
the semi
is
sangria?
I just came up with it. Basically, it's a margarita with pineapple in it.
Mm.
Cut some fresh pineapple and semi, semi
Oh, I
sangria.
like that.
Yeah, and it's yummy too. So, so good. All right, cool. Well, because it's very important that we start with, what we're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mentioned to Angie, we do this, at Yard House whenever we get a chance, happy hour,
Right.
um, to just, hang out, relax, and, decompress.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight. But, possibly with much less profanity,
Oh, really?
possibly with more. We'll see how it goes. I
All
mean,
right.
we're feeling things out, right?
I
I'm
didn't
not
know I
saying you
had to
can't
watch my
swear.
mouth.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, when I say that, I'm talking about me.
Oh.
How's that? Okay. You can do and say whatever you want. Because it's your world too.
Hmm.
Cool. All right. So, what are our topics? Let's look and see what our topics are. I am friends with a lovely actress named Asha. We worked on a web series together called The Unwritten Rules. I should have a graphic. I'll have a graphic next time. Um, and she sent a post, just reminding people that there's still folks that are on strike. Um, there was a lot of hullabaloo about the writers getting their contract and going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the actors are still a SAG after are still on strike and walking the picket lines, and
Yeah.
it's important that the fight continues, and anyone who's an advocate of the artist should still be you know keeping an eye out, should still be donating to uh, um, the different funds to keep people's roofs over their heads, and just never forget, never forget that there's another fight going on.
Mm-hmm.
you know any thoughts?
Uh, I I would like to know what the holdup is. You know, for writers and directors, it was AI, it was streaming. I'm not sure if it's the same for the actors. I I I guess I always felt that they had the better deal. You know,
Yeah.
back in the 90s, especially when it comes to television, when it came to network television, we heard so much about actors and their inflated salaries and the deals that they cut. And but you never heard anything like that about the writers,
Hmm.
about the directors. You never heard anything like that. And to my knowledge, you know, I don't know of any writer or director that gets residuals. So I always felt that, you know, they always got, you know, the better deal. And I'm just a little curious as to what are they not getting? You know, what is the ask that is not being granted? That's what I'm curious to know.
It's my understanding that at the minimum, they're asking for a lot of what the writers were asking for, which is to protections against AI.
Mm.
Going in for one day's work and then a studio having their image and likeness to change their clothes and their background and their hair and use them, in perpetuity, for free, based on, them paying you for one day. Um,
Well, I
so,
mean that still goes on. I mean, the first time I heard about AI being used was in an episode of Sopranos. I forgive me, I don't know the actress's name. She played Tony
mhm,
Soprano's mother. She passed away,
mhm.
but they wanted to end her character, and she was in the hospital, and they used CGI. I guess you know what we will now call AI. They use that to create a scene with her in it. I actually was not on board with that. I thought that was a little messed up. I'm just like, this woman is gone. She has left this earth. Show a little consideration, some creativity, and do it another way than imposing her image on another body just so you can end your fucking story the way you want it. You know, sorry she couldn't pass away at another time.
And see, I kind of feel the opposite. Um, it's for me, it's very different that if someone has passed away and you're in the middle of, or at the end of your season,
Hmm.
and you are between a rock and a hard place. I mean, you can't do what the soaps used to do so many years ago and say, the role of Johnson is now being played by Ricky Martin. You can't just do that in a television series versus, someone who is still alive, someone who is still capable of working.
Hmm.
You just don't want to pay them. You just want to use their likeness over and over again. They're available for you to get their services again. So if somebody dies and their family gives them permission, I'm okay with that.
But
Because
aren't they still going through that now? There are people who don't. There are artists who don't own certain images of themselves, which I find baffling.
yeah, I mean, they are going through that, but that doesn't mean you can't try and stop it from getting out of control.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean you shouldn't try and get protections against it just because people are already taking advantage, just because there aren't any clearly defined rules and agreements behind it. That's the whole point of residuals for streaming. Streaming didn't exist,
Yeah.
until what, past 20, 30 years. It's been maybe 20 years that we're having streaming now. Is it
Hmm.
even that long? Is it even that long?
No,
But
I don't
still,
think so. So
but
maybe
still produce
15.
yeah, but still producers didn't, acknowledge that there was um it's a new income stream, and it was a new media.
Hmm.
There's the word. It was a new media.
New
They weren't
media.
acknowledging that, it was something different, and you needed to carve out a new agreement for the new format.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's important that you got to have rules. You got to make rules. Otherwise people get taken advantage of. Um, I
No,
don't know.
I know I agree with that, but I just feel that that's still going on.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
that I just find it hard to believe that there is an artist who doesn't own the rights to an image of themselves, and I'm just thinking that sounds so ridiculous. This is you, but you talk about probably AP, Associated Press, you know,
hmm
or Getty Images. They probably own the rights to certain pictures of certain celebrities, and I just find that odd.
yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm messing with my camera. I can't figure out where. I think I did it. I think I did it.
What'd you
I'm
do?
sort of centered. I'm sort of centered, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, God bless to the right to the actors.
Yeah.
Because another aspect where I feel like they're in the same boat as the writers is,
Hmm.
there's so few of them making their living as just actors.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to find gigs over and over and over and over again. You know.
Sorry, Dexter's licking me and it tickles.
Okay, and tell us who the extra is.
Oh, I don't see if you want to be on camera. Come here. He's so comfy. He's such a big boy. Can you be on camera? Let's see. There we go. This is Dexter Morgan.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
my baby. There
What's up,
he is.
dude?
You say hi to Auntie Michelle.
He's like, no,
It's like, let me go back.
that's
He's
okay. It's
he's
fine.
he's being very affectionate for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Well, I
And
came home and I found a half of a carrot cake cupcake and a minty donut that I had in a Ziploc baggie on the floor, torn open.
now, is Minchie a description or a brand?
And no, it's a brand. And
Okay,
I
okay.
never had that kind of donut before. And someone gave me one last night when I was at group.
hmm
And I came home and the bag was torn open. All the frickin' frosting was gone for my goddamn carrot cupcake.
Oh, I'm
And I'm
sorry.
pretty sure it was Gracie made. She's been so bad
Oh, so
lately.
it wasn't Dexter Morgan.
No, but I've been feeding him extra because I was so angry with her. And
She's the one
I
that's initiated. You should be feeding her more food.
no, she's the one who did it. I know it was her. I don't have to
Okay.
be here. I don't need a goddamn camera in my house. I know it was that little shit.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the Moscow Mule talking right there.
It's fine. Well, you if you know, you know, and you can punish her as you see fit. You're the mama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cats
So
are like, oh dear God, mommy's drinking again, and she's on camera.
yeah. Do they know that?
No, do they? Well, if I didn't have my earbuds in, Gracie would be in here because she doesn't like the noise that comes out of the laptop.
Okay. The noise, like the voice, like the noise that
Yeah,
comes
she
out of the
doesn't.
laptop.
Yeah, because I have some Zoom meetings because I work remote twice a week. I'll have a couple of Zoom meetings, and if I don't plug up my, if I don't have in my earbuds because I'm at home and there's less noise, she comes over and she starts crying because she really hates the noise that comes out of the laptop. And I'm like, you know what? So do I. But mommy needs a job and she has to earn a
Yeah.
living.
Or you don't eat.
Or you don't eat and I don't eat.
Right. Yeah.
All right, what's
Okay.
next?
Okay. What's next? Um. So uh, we had an assignment, and not all of us finished it. So
All of us being me.
it was. I'm not kidding. When I said in the text that it was a big ask, it was a big ask. It's a long show. So if you get around to it, we'll do it the week after, the week after, the week after. It's not a big
Did
deal.
you watch Hijack?
Not yet.
Oh, I watched
I, I've
Hijack.
been I've been in the throes of trying to be productive. Like putting these things together and trying to figure out things to get out into the world. Um, and then I have the job from hell that tags every moment of my day and what I'm doing and how long breaks I take and then there's the emotional expensive being yelled at all day long. So sometimes you're just tired.
I hear
So
you.
I hope we get to do this on Tuesdays. This sounds like a really cool thing to do to decompress.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, so I haven't. I want to, but I want to wait until I have a good chunk of time and I can sit down with mom and we can watch it together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, it's funny because I can tell when she wants to, spend time with me because I'm in my room and when I'm interruptible, my door is open. When I'm not
Mm-hmm.
interruptible, my door is closed.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the door opens, she'll do something that she thinks I love. Like Loki. She fucking hates that show, right?
Me
But
too.
she will
Me
put it. She
too.
will put it on and go, Michelle, have you seen this?
That's so cute.
Or she'll just put on,
Oh.
Game of Thrones, or she'll just put on the Lord of the Rings, or she'll just put on the Avengers. And she knows I'm coming out.
Mm-hmm.
She knows I'm coming out. It's like my cue, you know? It's adorable. It's really adorable. But I say all that to say she's gonna I wanna save it so we can mom and I can binge it. Um, we may do it this weekend. If I decide, I want to take a day off, but
Mm-hmm.
I took last week off. Um, but yeah, so no, I haven't. Short answer, long. I have not watched it yet. It is at the top of my list. Ever since I got Apple TV. There's all this stuff I want to see. There's all this sci-fi stuff I want to see. I don't know what Silo's
Yeah.
about, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, I
Um,
like Rebecca Ferguson, so I'd like to watch Silo. Mom and I watched the first couple of episodes of Invasion,
mhm.
and they're on season 2 right now. That was pretty good. And haven't watched Ted Lasso, but I've heard really good things about Ted Lasso. And then when I was watching football, I think it was either this past Sunday, I was watching ESPN, pre gaming it, and they were talking about how coaching, the whole uh, structure, demeanor of coaching has changed, and they were saying it's because of Ted Lasso.
Really?
And yeah, so they're not. like yelling the way Lombardi or, Madden would do, or, Johnson. They're, low key and caring and empathetic and,
Everybody except Eric Bieniemy.
everybody what?
Everybody except Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
But they'll get used to it.
Yeah.
Um,
So I thought that's pretty interesting, but I definitely will check out Ted Lasso. I've heard good things about it. I just haven't got around to it yet, but I finished Hijacked and I did finish Ashoka.
tell me about Hijack. I mean, can you talk about it without spoiling?
I Yes, I can. So it takes place in real time, and it's a 8 hour flight from
Hmm.
Dubai to London. And Idris Elba, his character is on that flight. And in the very beginning, and I knew, and I hate saying I knew what she found, but I just kind of knew. And I always say it's the writer in me. It's not that it's predictable. It's
Hmm.
just the writer in me. So
Right.
there's a group of teenage athletes on the plane. One of them goes to the bathroom, and you don't see what she saw. So the camera stays on her, but
Hmm.
you can tell that it really bothered her and she's afraid. And so she shows her friends and they're freaked out. And then she flags down one of the flight attendants, and it was a bullet. And I said to
Okay.
myself, I was like, I bet you any amount of money she found a bullet. And yes, she found a bullet. And so
How random is
there,
that?
yeah, very random. So I thought, even though I knew, even though I had an idea what she found, I still thought it was interesting. So
Hmm.
it plays out where you don't really know what their demands are, except, they're just trying to get to London.
Right.
And there's a bit of a red herring because you sort of feel like you don't know whose side Idris Elba's character is on. He doesn't help them, but he doesn't help the hijackers, but he does things to win their trust.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a red herring, and there's definitely some twist in there, but I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was good, and yeah, so I would recommend that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I will go see Idris read the phone book. Um,
Yeah.
and I just dated myself because a lot of people don't know what the fuck a phone book is anymore. Um, yes, yes.
Nope.
Um,
Do they still
yeah.
make the yellow pages? Do they still make phone books? I
I'm
think they
sure
do.
somewhere in the middle of America, it still happens. Uh, and good for them. I mean, it should still be happening. I mean, I will say out loud, I'm happy that the Thomas Guide has gone away. But I it's there's something about the tactile experience of that gigantic monster of a book that you gotta flip to the pages, and so
Mm-hmm.
and the tiny print, you know it's something weird about sort of exercising the very basic you know skills of holding and reading and steadying, and
Yeah.
it sounds nuts, doesn't it? Yeah,
I can't
right.
read a map to save my life. So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm so again. I'm happy that the Thomas Guy's gone away because that was not fun. Grids on top of maps is not fun, but yellow pages, they were useful. If you couldn't get on the shelf, you could stand on this telephone book. You could reach up
mm-hmm.
there and get something, right? Yeah. You want to hold something down or flatten something out? Get the yellow pages, right? So there were all sorts of other different uses for them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah.
So what's
I want to.
next?
What's next?
Yeah, what
Um,
topic?
uh, I was gonna talk about the without asking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Next topic. Um, A smart person once said, who is a creative and a writer, said that in every piece of storytelling, there's an ask. You know, um, you ask your audience to suspend their disbelief about something in order to allow emotional engagement. You know, you uh, Avatar. You ask the audience to, believe that we've made it to another solar system, and we've gotten that advance in space travel, right? Every story has an ask. Um, and I've been thinking a lot about when is the ask too big? You know, this sort of piggybacks on a conversation that a mutual friend and you and I had, you know, about a particular piece of pop culture programming. Uh, I'm not gonna say what, but some of you will know just by the description. Um, and the point being that when is the ask a bridge too far? Um, I'm watching the show, and there's this character that's pining on another character, and the girl is pining for boy, but is she really pining? It's not. It's you don't get the sense that it's a romantic thing, right? And then because the boy is lost in space, and then girl has the opportunity to possibly find boy if he's still alive. So what is it? What does girl do? She takes the lead and she goes on a journey which she could very possibly not return, right? She knows this, but she needs to find boy. She gets to, let's say next galaxy, right? And she actually finds boy. Again, she got on the ship to go to this place, and then they're like, well, if you get off the ship, you really are stuck here. You're really gonna. There's no way home, right? So she gets and she leaves the ship to go look for boy, and she actually finds boy, right? And what does girl do when she finds boy? Boy that she has flown across the galaxy to find. The boy that she has left the only ship that could get her back home to find. She's literally stranded on another planet, in another galaxy. Um, but she found boy. And what do they do when they see each other? They have a fucking conversation with 5 feet between them the whole time. That was really annoying. I feel like you want us to believe that girl would go through all this for boy and then not give us, the audience, the emotional payoff
Hmm.
of a realistic reaction in a reunion. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, no, what movie are you talking about?
I'm not talking about a movie.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm up here trying to figure out. So you just created that scenario?
no, 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 Angie. You're a
You're
doll. You know
annoyed.
that.
You're annoyed with me, right?
I'm not annoyed with you. But remember what we talked about? What we were going to talk about instead of the other thing we were going to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
So does that not describe the thing that we said we were going to talk about instead of the thing that we were going to talk about?
Ashoka?
Ah! I'm trying not to say it. What did you just do? I'm sorry, audience. Did that hurt any ears or something? Okay. But you see, I mean,
Yeah,
and
I
part
know.
and part of me, so I'm
When
like,
you, yeah,
again,
the conversation 5 feet away. Yeah.
I just and even I don't. And I guess the other point that I was making is that I'm told, all these characters are fleshed out. in another medium, like in a comic or in a TV show or something like that.
Hmm.
But you shouldn't ask your audience to know all that stuff or to do
Right.
freaking homework before you have to watch something. And I just felt so cheated, and I'm like, I'm trying to invest, and I'm trying to stick with these characters because the actors are pretty good, you
Hmm.
know. But it just wasn't worth it. There was no payoff,
No.
and I was mad about that. And like, and now, and who made that choice? Who made the choice that? Well, there are a couple of choices that were made, in my opinion. There was a choice that we're going to create this just for the people who know about it, and we're not worried about gaining more fans
Yeah, you don't
with
care
this
about
show.
anybody else because there is a 40, 50-year-old fan base of Star Wars. So you don't care about gaining anybody else.
Yeah, but the first point of business is the theory in business is that you buy low and sell high. You
Hmm.
always want to get more out of an investment than the dollar you invested in it.
Right.
So why would you create something that is for a small segment of a fan base, or
Hmm.
for a small segment of an audience pool? No, I mean,
Because I don't think that they think that, you know, they're not looking at it through that lens. That's why.
so
And
who's
also,
who's the
I think it may be kind of lazy, maybe kind of lazy
yeah.
writing and lazy storytelling.
Yeah. I mean, we hear over and over again about how the script has to be written, and the script has to be written, and the script has to be written, and this is what you came up with?
Hmm.
This is what you said yes to?
Well, these are people who don't follow rules that you and I are taught because we haven't sold anything. We are told that we have to follow these rules because we haven't sold a screenplay. But you look at the people who have sold, who have productions, who have material streaming or on network, and a lot of, a lot of the storytelling is for crap. Just it's something that things that you can see coming a mile away,
Yeah.
characters that aren't, we're supposed to write three-dimensional, where are my air quotes, three-dimensional characters,
Yeah.
but they're one
Yeah.
dimensional. They're one
Yeah.
dimensional, they're predictable. When I liked Hijack, but, and this is not a spoiler alert, but one thing that bothered me is that in the very beginning, like I said, he is on a flight from Dubai to London. So probably in episode 4 or 5, his teenage son, goes to his apartment in London. But in the very beginning, he texts his ex-wife and she tells him, do not get on that plane. And he's like, too late. And you're thinking, oh, wow, that's really cryptic. What's going on? Is this like a Kiefer Sutherland 24 thing going on? And then as the story progresses, you're thinking, why does she tell him not to get on the plane? He fucking lives in London. He already lives there. So why are you telling him not to get on the plane to come back home to the place that he lives? That made zero sense. You're trying to create conflict that isn't there, or give us some sort of message that isn't there. It was very lazy. It wasn't cryptic. It's just, oh, don't get on that plane. Why? She didn't have anything to do with the hijacking. And it's
So what
clear that they don't have a relationship any longer. So why was that? That's what bothered me. Why was that message sent? It made zero sense to me.
Okay. So my question is, and I'm going to try and do this on the fly, um, just to see if I can do it, because I want to continue this. Um, because I'm going to watch it. No matter. Um,
No, you should. You should.
okay. Yeah. Just in case a person tunes in, just in case a person tunes in and doesn't want to get spoiled. Uh, okay.
No, that was in the
For
very beginning. There were no spoilers there.
okay. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna ask you questions now. So,
Okay.
um, I wanna okay, and the show. Okay, let's see if it does it. Okay, and save. I'm teaching myself StreamYard, right? Testing your speakers with StreamYard. Sounds like they are working. Have a great show. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Okay, so now that I've done that for future viewers, um, did they ever explain why she did that?
No.
They didn't.
No. Never explained why.
Did they give any like? Did they play it like she had a premonition? Did they play it like she was part of it? Did they even give some kind
Nope.
of read as to how you were supposed to interpret it?
Nope. But that was what I was thinking, or that he knew something was going down, and she's all, texting him back, "Do not get on that plane." And he texts back, "Too late."
Yeah.
So they wanted it to be something, and they couldn't pull it off.
Now, see, for me, that's kind of the telltale sign of multiple writers. Someone
Oh,
planted the
yes.
seed,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next person that picked up the script is like, "No, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm going to go in
Exactly.
this
You're exactly
direction
right.
because my notes are in this direction." And it feels like when something like that happens, it's like, well, they want changes from this point on, so you don't bother to make what happened previous to the first note make sense,
Yeah.
you know? Or maybe they're not allowed to. I know there are rules about, how much, you can rewrite something given the pay scale that you're hired for. They're like guild rules. Um, I don't know them intimately. I just know that they exist. So maybe that's it. Maybe he didn't have she didn't have authorization. She didn't, um, just didn't bother.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, is which, and I hate to use the word lazy.
I
Um,
don't.
even yeah, I was gonna say even when it seems so apparent, but I always try and err on the side of um, there are people that are paying for this product, and more you have to give them exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put your best effort into something and then say explain yourself later. You know, this is the product that they want, and they paid you to do it.
Right.
And if you don't create the product that they are paying for, A, you don't get paid. B, you don't get a second job. And C, they hire someone cheaper, you know, to do the same bad writing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the dreaded they. Anyway, yeah, I really love when uh, a show plants a seed and pays it off. You know,
Yes.
um, I can't. This is totally random. At the top of my head, um, a great thing about a great seed that was planted and just paid off so brilliantly. Do you remember LA Confidential
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
are
Guy
you talking
and
about
Guy, and Guy Pearce and Kevin Spacey were gumshoes or
Rolo
whatever the hell you
Tomasi?
call them,
Rolo
and yeah,
Tomasi.
yeah, and there was and it trapped the killer,
Yep.
you know, and
Babe's dad.
it seems so nebulous. It seemed like a piece of improv, It
Mm-hmm.
did it, and yet that's a writer paying attention.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
LA Confidential is such a brilliant movie. It is
yeah,
so well written, so well acted, so well directed. Yeah,
and I'd
I
really
I,
love to
lo- I
know if
love that.
did you read the it's based on a book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
No,
read the book?
no, I don't. I haven't read Elmore Leonard. I have
Mm-hmm.
not read his books. For me, I if I'm reading a book where the movie comes out, then
Mm-hmm.
I make a choice. Either I'm going to finish the book um, and not see the movie, or
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. So a lot of times I'll end up waiting a bit. I was reading White Oleander when the book came out. Movie
Michelle
was,
Pfeiffer.
yeah, movie was not, it was not very good. And of course, the
Right.
one black character in the book is not anywhere in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's a black female who's another foster parent to Michelle Pfeiffer's daughter, a
Mm-hmm.
really positive role model. Nowhere in the movie, of course. And
Okay.
what was the other one? Running with Scissors. I was reading that, and I couldn't even get into the movie because I love the book so much. I was afraid the movie was just going to screw the book up for me. So I
Mm-hmm.
never saw the movie, but the book is wonderful.
Yeah.
But
Mom wants
no,
to.
never read LA Confidential.
Yeah, me either. I wonder if that moment, that seed is in the book,
Hmm.
or if it's something that the screenwriter found.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wish I knew.
Good point. Yeah.
Maybe someone will comment, later on, one day when they're watching this again, they'll comment and go,
Hmm.
"You idiot! It was in the book too." But we'll find out. I'm sure someone will let us know. Um, yeah. Wow. All right. What's We are 41 minutes in, which
Okay. Well,
means you get to pick the topic. What do you want to talk about? Um, oh, I need to do something real quick for career development. Okay. Um, so I am working on the next great fantasy film tetralogy film series. I got the rights to these books. I met this author, and she's lovely and delightful, and she said yes to me. And I will forever be in her debt and gratitude, and letting me chase my dream of making these books that I read as a kid, and making my best effort to turn them into films. Um, and today is her birthday. So I wanted to, and I loaded everything up right. I hope I loaded everything up right. Um, I wanted to say happy birthday, and we're gonna go away for a minute. I wanted to say happy birthday to uh, lovely, lovely um, Miss Geraldine Harris Pinch. And Where's her picture? I uploaded a picture. Where is it? I can't find it. We are 8 hours difference. She is in the UK, um, and I'm ever so grateful that she
there
said yes
she
to
is.
me. She said yes to me, like, right away. It was cool. Um, oh, that's funny. That's Geraldine. She wrote these books many, many moons ago, called the Seven Citadel series. Um, and it's 4 books, and it is, they're brilliant. And I'm going to make them into movies if
Hmm.
it's the last thing I do. Happy birthday, Geraldine.
Happy birthday,
Uh,
Miss G.
so yeah, so that's career development for me. I spend every waking moment trying to figure out a way to get these films to the world, and it's hard. It's hard to see everyone
Hmm.
around you sort of just going for it and getting it. You know,
Yes,
um,
that is the perfect way to put it.
uh,
Going for it and getting it. And sometimes they don't
and
even have to go for it, they just get it.
yeah, yeah, and I'm just hopelessly, you know, uh, bad at networking and all that. But this is thanks with Angie. Thank you for helping me and getting this, trying to, get the idea out into the world. So yeah, so that's my career development moment. Thank you to my, I'll call her my patron because she believes in me and she's invested in me. And again, I'll forever be grateful.
Very
Any
nice.
projects you got coming up that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I'm working on a new feature script.
Ooh,
Yeah.
do we get a title?
Yeah, it's called The Architect.
Did you
And
tell me
I
about this?
named it, yeah, it's the kid who stutters. That's all I want to say
Oh,
about it. But
yeah.
I
Okay.
named it The Architect because one thing I like about movies is when they put the title of the movie in a line of dialogue. I always find that very clever, and I always kind of look for that movie. So I called it The Architect because in the movie, the teacher tells this student that stutters that he is a architect of words.
Hmm,
And I like that line. So I was like, oh, I think The Architect is, I think it's a good title.
nice. And tell us about a piece that you've been working on.
Well, I have gone back into pre-development of my last short film. It'll be short film number 8 because I am determined after this one, I am going to start doing features and my TV scripts. So this last short film is called FAQs,
Mhm.
frequently asked questions, and it's pretty much The
It is so
Office.
funny.
Thank you. It's pretty much The Office. It's set in the home of married fertility counselors, and they are desperately trying to find the right egg donor for their B-list celebrity client. And these three very, very eccentric, oddball women come in to go through their little interview process. And there's a lot of talking to the camera, things like that, which I really like.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that's it. I'm trying to get name talent attached again, and I hope that happens. I think it's a funny script.
Do you have it where you want it? I mean, are you done tweaking?
I am done tweaking, and yeah, I do. I like it a lot, and I really hope that we can get a good cast the way we got with The Smartest Dumb Girl.
Yeah.
And
And I
yeah.
apologize. I'm supposed to have your stuff up here. I'm supposed to have your movies up here, so your one sheets, and I don't. And I'm
Oh
sorry. I'll do it next
God,
time. I
no,
promise.
no, don't worry about it. It's totally fine.
I'm not worried. It's just it's
Yeah,
something it's a goal, right?
yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm working on, and I came up with an anthology series. The title is called My First Murder, and so once I'm done with my feature, because I have to. Are you guys still going to do the letter of reference for me?
Holy smokes! You just send me an email.
I will send you an email.
Because we talked about it and I didn't.
No, that's
I
okay.
100% forgot and I apologize.
No, don't worry about it.
When we'll talk later off air of when you
Okay,
need it and what you need and I will get it to you.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm entering this directing program through Alliance of Women Directors.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to have The Architect finished by then. And I came up with the idea for My First Murder because I watch a lot of true crime, and I just can't get that. What do they call it when you have an addiction? You can't kick the monkey, or
You
what
can't
was
get
it?
the monkey off your back, or
You
you
can't
can't
get
kick the
the
habit.
you can't kick the habit. Can't get the monkey off my back. I'm so sorry. I'm a fangirl of true crime. So
What are you apologizing for? There's
I
nothing to
don't know, but
apologize
I
for.
don't know. I remember,
There's an enormous audience for that.
yeah.
It's an authentic genre. Feel no shame.
My ex-boyfriend, long time ago, ex-boyfriend, didn't like me watching Snapped, which is the
I
women
bet.
who, yeah. And he's just like, I don't like you watching that. I think you're going to do something. And I told him, I said, I'm not going to kill you for a surfboard, three saxophones, and a fat black cat. It's like that's all you got. And I don't want it.
Okay, and drop mic.
Yeah, mic drop. But yeah, I've been watching it for a while, and I mean, it's just really interesting. And the things that people say, the things that these detectives say, especially if you're writing a detective or a cop character,
Hmm.
definitely watching a true crime episode or series will definitely help. Just the things that they say, the way they talk, there are things I never would have thought of. So, but that's
Hmm.
it. That's all I'm working on.
Okay. Well, good. That's very, very cool. You're
Thank
very
you.
prolific. She just writes and writes and writes. I sink my teeth into one thing and just like gnaw on that one for years. Um, but that's good. That's good that we're different because we can support each other in the ways that we need to be
Yes.
support. Uh, we support each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. The next segment, if you want, I don't even know if you have anything prepared. But is hold my beer, and basically it's like it's the rant segment.
Oh, didn't I just
Which
do
is
that?
yeah. No, well, no, not actually.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're not prepared, just know that that segment is yours.
The rant
Um,
segment.
yes, you can unload about whatever you want. Um, because that's just for you.
Mm.
Okay.
Hold my
Because we all
beer.
hold my beer. We can rename it if you want because the show's half yours too, right?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I am tired of. I get tired when people write off the Steelers. It's only 5 games in. There are still what? How many more to play? 13? No, 10. 10 more games. 10 more
Um,
games.
this is it. We just finished week 6, so there's
No,
11
we
more.
just finished week 5.
Week 5, so we're going into 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get
So
tired of people writing them off, and it drives me nuts. It really does. Where'd you go, Michelle?
you're you're.
You left.
I did. I didn't give you a moment to rant.
Oh, I don't want that by myself.
But
No
it's
way.
your segment. Can you hear me?
Oh gosh. Well, that's just it. That's all I was going to rant about is people writing the Steelers off, and we're only coming up on, game number 6. And the fact is that, like, look at the Bills last year. They had a great record last year, and they still didn't make it to the Super Bowl because you got to win that right one. And then sometimes you have to depend on another team to either win or lose.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
technically, it kind of doesn't matter what your record is. Because if all these pieces fall into place, if the right teams win and the right teams lose, you're going to keep moving forward, no matter
Yeah.
what your record is. And football is not like baseball. It's not like basketball. Best out of 5, best out of 7, it's best out of 1.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. And I'm
Yeah.
also tired of bad calls. Really tired of bad calls. I really want to find an official and I want to key the fuck out of his car. I am so tired of these bad calls. What was the last game I was watching where they didn't call pass interference? God damn it, I can't remember who it was, but it so pissed me off. And it was clearly pass interference. Oh, I think it was Kansas City. And who were they playing? Do you remember who Kansas City played? Was it Denver?
No. I think
it
they
was
played the Browns.
it was oh yeah, it was a close game. I can't remember who it
They're all
was.
close, and then
They're all yeah.
they just finished playing the Broncos
Who did the Jets
last
play
week.
recently? Yeah, I know they beat the
They played
Broncos.
the
Who
Jets,
they
and
played the
they
Jets?
yeah, they played the Jets, the
Yeah, then
Broncos, the Browns.
that was the game.
What was the game?
That was the game where they didn't call pass interference.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just really frustrating. And then, only certain quarterbacks get roughing the passer call.
Like who?
Oh, Mahomes is obviously going to get it.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Mahomes is going to get roughing the passer.
Yeah,
Maybe Kirk Cousins.
yeah.
You said Lamar doesn't get it. I know Kenny Pickett. He doesn't get it yet.
Yeah.
Who's the
Josh Allen gets it. Josh Allen got
Josh
it one last
Allen?
night that
I think.
gave them the game.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
Yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
of course, Josh Allen. Yeah, of course, Josh Allen is
Yeah.
gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baker will probably get it.
As much as Josh, what's his name? Herbert. What's his first name?
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Justin.
Is it Justin?
The Chargers.
Chargers?
He just played.
I thought it was Justin Herbert.
Okay, okay. I believe
Isn't
it.
it
I know it's a
Justin
J. I know it's a J.
I think it's Justin.
It just doesn't sound right now, but I'll take your word for it.
Well, we've been drinking, so
We have been drinking,
like,
yeah. So yeah.
Yes, like your name doesn't sound right.
I mean, yeah, right. Like when you look at it, it doesn't look right, like pencil. But yeah, as much as he gets hurt, you would think he would get more roughing the passer, but I feel like he only gets it occasionally. He got really, really nailed this weekend. You know
really?
how they try and roll off, or they try and like tackle to the side. He got straight on sacked this weekend, and it looked bad.
Oh wow!
I mean, he got up. The Chiefs hurt him last season, but he got up, so he was good. But it looked like, why didn't you? It would look like full body weight. I'm like, why wasn't that called? But who knows? Yesterday Monday Night Football. I'm yelling at the TV because it's something I just didn't understand. Again, I'm sure someone's going to watch this. Maybe if they make it this far in our telecast, someone's going to watch this and go, why do these stupid girls not know this? But explain this to me. So yesterday, I don't even know who was playing. I can't remember. But it was a kickoff. It was a kickoff for the, to start the next, exchange. And the Cowboys and the team they were playing. the Cowboys were kicking off. They were kicking the ball, and I forget who the kicking team was. But a receiving team was. But the guy's like, he signals for
a fair catch.
A fair catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of his teammates was running down the field with or maybe it happened to them. Anyway, the team kicked off. I'm sorry, the team kicked off, and the guy signaled for a fair catch, and his teammates got pushed into him by the opposing team, and he missed the catch. The Rams? Was it the Rams? Maybe it was the Chargers. The opposing team pushed the kicker, the punt returns, the punt returner, his teammate into him, so he missed the catch. And then they scrambled because it was like a fumble or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if you signal for a fair catch, how is it that team got away with pushing his own teammate into him?
Right, exactly.
Making him drop the ball. I don't understand how that's. I'm like, anyway, back and forth about whose ball it was, and it ended up being the kicking team ended up getting the ball back. I'm like, how the fuck is that? fair. I mean,
That's
what
not
is that?
fair.
Um, so someone needs to explain to me what that rule is and why it's not pass interference to push your teammate into you so you
Yeah,
can't make a fair catch.
right.
I don't know. I don't know enough about football. I'm still getting there. But that made me mad because I didn't. It makes me mad when I don't understand things, you know.
Mhm.
And the most infuriating part about it was no one was talking about it.
Mm.
They were talking about they were kept talking about who gets possession based on who touched it. I'm like, well, wait, let's go all the way back. None of this would happen if X didn't do Y.
Right.
But no one was talking about X doing Y. They were talking about who touched the ball when.
Mhm.
I don't know. That it seems hanky to me. That
Yeah.
annoyed me.
No, it would me too.
Yeah. All right. I promised you it'd be an hour.
Okay.
It is an hour and 40 minutes. You did it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope I did
Okay.
okay.
You did great.
Oh, okay. You too.
We'll get better at this, you
Yeah.
know, and it'll be fun and drinking will ensue, you know.
Mhm.
I'm almost at my pineapple. Um and
I'm
it'll be good.
I'm done. I got a lot of ice.
You got a lot of ice?
Got a lot of
Yeah.
ice. I like my drinks cold.
Yeah. You know, I may even just let this be up there without editing or anything.
I
Just let
think you
it
should
be.
just let it
I don't
be.
think we got any viewers tonight. I'm looking at the chat and there's somebody in the chat. It may be that I didn't it wasn't up long enough to get out, but you know,
Okay.
we'll try this again next Tuesday.
Okay.
And then you'll tell me what you want to talk about and we'll set things up
All right.
so that, you know, we can do some of what you want. Yeah?
Are we doing broad humor happy hour tomorrow?
We are doing Bud Humor Happy Hour tomorrow. At Yard House in Pasadena. Um, for anybody who's abroad or has the or gets the newsletter. Um, part networking, part staying connected. Um, please come. I mean,
Okay.
it's what
What
you
time?
guys asked for. No, it 4 to actually it might have to be 5 because I may not be able to get off work. Um, but it's planned for 4:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
will be there.
and we'll do the inaugural one, and we'll see what's happening. Um, and then we'll do it again next month, and next month, and next month, because that's what my broads want.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you. This
thank
was
you
fun.
for. Oh wait, I have something. I have something for you, because I think you did a great job tonight. Um, this is just for you. And this is for you too. This is for you too.
Oh, nice. Love me some
Well,
Queen and Freddie.
yeah, yeah. It'll get more clever as we continue and find fun stuff, and I get better at this stream yard stuff. Um, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The replay crew. I stole that from somebody I really respect. And yeah, we'll see you again Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
See you on Tuesday.
Thanks, doll. Have a good one.
Okay. You too.
Bye,
Bye.
folks. And 3, 2, 1.